He will be joining the 1957 Billy Graham Crusade at Yankee Stadium.
This is Yankee Stadium, New York. This is an historic hour. You are attending by television the largest evangelistic gathering together in American history, the climactic meeting of the Billy Graham New York Crusade. By 9 this morning, the parking lots adjacent to this ballpark were filling up. By mid-afternoon, they were overflowing. Tonight, not a seat remains unoccupied in a stadium that can hold 80,000, and others line the infield and...
Okay, now, I would just like to question the attendance record provided. I'm not saying that I can prove anything to you, but I'd like to question. They're going to say the parking lot is full, the stadium is full, it's the largest crowd ever, about 80,000. Was that really the case? Or did they do some crowd hoaxing? In other words, could there have been 8,000 present and they proclaim it as 80,000? And they will do trick photography and just sort of fill in these seats with dummies. Now, I don't mean dummies present at the stadium, but a photographic trick. We all know now how easily it is to fool people with photographs and films due to our editing techniques and software. Did these exist in 1957? Yes, sure, they did. Was the public aware that they could be tricked? No, not really, because anything presented on television was factual in their minds. So I'm just suggesting that possibly the crowd estimates for the Billy Graham Crusades were inaccurate and they were exaggerated through the media. Now, why would that be? Because Billy Graham is part of the cabal system. And by cabal, I mean tradition. The tradition of the occult in how they know to employ the powers of Lucifer and the hierarchy that Lucifer controls. Billy Graham has been a part of it. Now, what you just heard is coming from a man who had about 40 years or so of admiration for Billy Graham. And I mean it. I have changed completely. My eyes have been opened. My ears have been opened. And Billy Graham was part of the hoax lie system. And later on in this particular crusade, we're going to examine his special guest, which will be none other than Vice President Richard Nixon. That will be another video. So all I'm trying to do right now is just raise the question, have we been fooled about the size of the crowds that were present at Billy Graham Crusades? Now, I know as the years traveled on, maybe these crowds actually did increase. But Billy Graham right now, in this year, 1957, is a young evangelist, maybe 9-10 years of experience. Billy Graham was puffed by newspaper guru Randolph Hearst, who also played a role in hoax history. I have some videos on Randolph Hearst and how he played some significant characters in American hoax history. But anyhow, this is part of Puffing Graham to convince the American population that this televangelist is a wonder to the world and a great man, and he's all for genuine Christianity, when the truth is he was a wolf in sheep's clothing.
Outfield to a point of saturation, it beggars belief that one other individual can be crowded into these premises. All of the gates of Yankee Stadium have been closed. Thousands of others are milling about out on the extra perimeter of Yankee Stadium, beyond the confines of the stadium itself, and those will be served by loudspeakers that have been placed there for their convenience. Up until this moment, the greatest crowd ever to attend one evangelistic meeting in the United States was in the Cotton Bowl, Dallas, 1953. 75,000 were there. More than 100,000 are here.
So once again, the whole idea and the whole concept is the more people that attend, the more credible he is. It has to do with credibility. If you noticed some of my other videos, I will use the 3 Greek words. It's very important. Logos, ethos, and pathos. Logos is word or reason. Pathos is the emotion that is generated. And the ethos is credibility. So all 3 of those things go into anyone whenever they speak. And they're trying to build up his ethos or his credibility by showing you enormous crowds. Now, if you're familiar with the work of Dave J. or Dave Johnson, Dave took on the 1936 Berlin Olympics. And brilliant Dave, yes, Dave is brilliant. Brilliant Dave showed us that the crowds were fake. And ultimately, Dave said that the 1936 Olympics never really even happened. They were all just media manipulation by proper techniques used by filmmakers. Now, could that be true for some of these Billy Graham crusades? And I'm going to say yes, it could be true, because it's easy to fill in the blank. It's easy to take empty seats and, using proper editorial techniques, fill them in. And you get the idea that the entire Yankee Stadium is full. Can I prove it to you? No. Am I going to prove it to you? No. Do I have fun making videos? Yes. And incidentally, this video is not as high quality as other videos because I busted my other camera. I'd like to thank you for watching. End of video.